I'll give you guys a few seconds to get in the room here. In the meantime, we're just going to let this little loop play. Since I can't do an intro using somebody else who already posted that, which is quite interesting, that somebody else's stuff that they posted on YouTube, I can't use what they posted as information for you guys to teach a lesson because maybe they just don't like the lesson that's being taught. So we will just go straight to business. How about that? Take a look at that for a few minutes while I have a cigarette and I'll be right back. When somebody gets here, tell me if we're still live. Yes, it looks like we are. Thank you. Hello. I see somebody there. Yeah, we're back. No more playing. I'm trying to teach lessons here, and I use somebody else's video that they posted on YouTube 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Just like I always use everybody else's scientific stuff. This happens to be somebody else's stuff, a private individual, another fellow YouTuber. I wonder if he got a copyright strike. Okay, anyways, I'm here to take care of business now. No more playing around. Take a look at this while I have a cigarette. I'll be right back. Thank you, God. Thank you for these trials. Only makes me stronger. Bring it, please. You're only detrimenting yourself. Now, where was I? Okay, sorry, folks. You have to hear my attitude. I did not like being censored like that, especially when all this stuff is my material. Guys are copying my style, my story. Make movies, and I don't get any credit for it. You all get entertained by it, and then when I try to use it as a teaching tool, I get copyrighted. This stuff is going to be, this is all written down for the court above, okay? Keep playing games with me. Really. Now, back to business. Here we are. This is March 4th, 2023, okay? I got to keep my voice down. I'm getting rattled. Looks like we had some kind of event here. I just got home. I've been in surgery all day. I've been shoveling snow all day. I have just gotten back to try to set up a nice intro for my audience and teach a lesson. And I will not be deterred. Patience and persistence, and I will still win. Now, here's our object causing a CME here. Okay. Maybe you guys can go home or after the show and watch that little intro to Terminator 2, and maybe you'll pick up the subliminal message that they didn't want you to hear. Okay, there you go. Solve that problem. Okay, so here's our big event. Boom, we have a big object. It looks like another small object. It's not captured very well in this instrument, but we're showing you this event over here as well, plus this big one. This is March 4th. This is today, you guys, okay? So while I was in surgery and all this great stuff was going on, let's go over to stereo A because that captured it a lot better. So we're going to back out. We're going to go over here to stereo A. I'm glad some people made it back. All right, there's a few people. Hopefully they know I'm determined and I won't just stop at one stream. I will fight to go again. Now, here we are again. Let me pause this. We're going to back up a little bit. Right to that frame right there. Okay, let's even back up further. Here's our event underway. Boom. You can see our dark little object here. Let's get a perfect shot of it. Okay. Let's get some tint and start zooming in for you guys. Did you get the idea of Judgment Day? Did you get the theme of that one? Okay. Here's our object. Magnetic field. It's ripping off all kinds of plasma here. Okay. See it over on this side. It's just it's black and white. It's not as defined as it is over here on this side. Maybe I'll zoom in just one more tighter. I don't want to lose our, maybe we'll go 2. I don't want to lose it too much. All right. Okay. So, nice and clear. There's our object. This is today's newest object going on over here. I don't have time to cover right now. So, there's a nice clear little indicator. I think it was Ben on Suspicious Observers was saying there's no such thing as Planet X. Well, I'm a little suspicious of his observations because he's only looking at the surface of the sun. He never reports on this stuff. Did you notice that? He will sit there and tell you all the chemistry and physics going on the surface and in the interior, but he doesn't report on this stuff. I'm suspicious of his observations. Okay, now you understand why. Now this instrument has been stuck all day. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think because the radio blackout or something. Nope, it's scrolling finally. Okay. What? No, that's fresh. Oh, again? I thought that would. Okay, you guys are here witnessing this, okay? I'm not making this up. How many times have we sat here and right before I go live? This is when I was in surgery. Oh my God. Okay. This is wonderful. Here's today's. This just happened. This was still today's. And then we had our flare, the little object I just showed you. And here we are in this cycle. These dips, these ups, these dips, these ups. Another dip. I'm not making this up, you guys. No, 4 or 5, I don't know anymore, but it really seems, I don't want to sound crazy, but these attacks and stuff seem to be corresponding with this. Unbelievable. Oh, let's go deeper. Now that we're here, I got to go deeper. No wonder why this instrument was frozen up all day. Now I get it. Now I get it. All right. Here's our M flare, whatever it was, M2.1. Pretty small. Let me just go back to this. I can't believe my eyes, dude. I'm going to zoom in on this. I'm tripping. Help me, Lord. I'm tripping, dude. This is not really happening. Okay, let's continue on with our report. I'm at a loss for words. My instrument's frozen up, man. Won't let me move out of this now. I see what you're doing, Lord. Come on, please. I want to see the rest of this instrument. Come on, zoom out, Lord, please. It won't even scroll. Can I click to a different instrument? Okay. Maybe. No. Oh. Well, I guess it wants me to go here now. Alright then. Fine, we'll go here. I don't know how to explain this, you guys. I'm sorry. This stuff just happens to me all the time. And now you guys are part of it. All right, here's this part of the country bleeding profusely. It seems to have mellowed out in the middle section, and I don't know what to say, dude. I'm floored. Okay. Here we are at the Bay Area. A hot spot. A hot spot. Can you see the hot spots, you guys? Let me zoom in a little bit harder. They're right next to these emission sites, okay? I hope I'm not causing this shit. So sick of looking at China. They disgust me. Okay, there's Saudi Arabia. They're in deep shit with me too. Turkey, bleeding profusely. Italy's still holding tough. I see something starting right here by this little island. The Mediterranean dropped. Spain's starting to have plumes here. Northern Africa right here. And on the sides here a little bit now. Same activity here. Not too much difference. And of course we got to report on this because this is a lot, okay? And there's fires in kind of going along with this. This is a little concerning because these don't look like your little tribal native campfires. These are more compacted. This isn't like one city. See how this is all spread out according with this gas. These aren't like your little village campfires. I don't think. This looks more like the hotspot dispersion that goes along with this activity. Let's go up into Mexico here. Yeah, and see more of this right here. Get your dots and the gases, okay? What was I circling over Turkey? Hang on, let me answer a question in the chat. Who was that? Please answer that again. I was circling something over Turkey you wanted to see? The Black Sea? Oh, the cat with an outstretched claw? Come on, Lord. Let me, All right. All right, give you a second to look at it. All right. Back to where we were. Let's go back. It looks like over Turkey is a fox face. Yeah, trust me, there are all kinds of spiritual faces in this stuff that you really don't want to see. After a while, it gets really, really tiresome and old and annoying and disturbing. And it's not just faces. There's scenes in the skies of decapitated babies, and you don't want to know. All the real stuff that actually happens on this planet is on display in the clouds every day in a dimension that you guys can't see. If you could only take 5 steps back from your perspective. My personal life is on display in the sky. It's so embarrassing. Because I'm a man, I'm a sinner too, It's not fun having my whole personal life displayed for the whole universe to see except for you guys. All right, here we are. This shit on the fucking, pardon my French, I'm getting there again. This is South America. Okay, we got enough of this. I want to go look at the latest earthquakes. Because if we just had this event, I'm just wondering how the earthquake map's going to surprise me now. Whew. Thank you, God. Can you guys see this over here? Let me see if I can get this. 4.4 3 times. 4.4, 4.4, 4.4. All 3 in a row right there. 3 different regions too. Okay, who cares? let's just look at this. Zoom in. This is the 5.2 with the depth of 46. There's a little aftershock, a little energy's traveling down the trench. It's going to come here, turn the corner, like we always see. It already kind of did. It went up through Japan. We saw fives up through that region and stuff, which is okay. I'd rather see that than sevens and eights. Don't you agree? It seems like maybe light activity response here in our pivot point. Let's see, what is that? That's a 4.1 and a 4.4. Again. That one's 156 depth. This one is 57. This one appears to be in the water. Come on. Yeah, that one's in the water and this one's on land. So this is the deeper of the two because it's on land. This one's in the water right on the coast. Those are nice. I'd rather see those than the 7.8 or an 8.0 or an 8.5 or possibly even crazier. So we will just continue not doing intros anymore, and I will go straight to the bad news. And I X'd out of a site that was, I got to reopen something here. We missed a site. And it was human. I'm still in shock. I can't believe that instrument did that again. Well, I can, actually. After what I went through today, I'm not surprised now. Okay, we're looking good on the Schumann. This blast, I was worried that it would slam the brakes on so hard we would see fading in this line, and it looks nice and strong. Even a little blast of the brakes, and it's still, woo. Wait a second. Come with me. Point at our line real quick. Right here. Yes. Okay, so you guys can see the line I'm referring to. Is this one going across? It did get a little weak, but it's still beating. So the old boy maybe barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Okay. We were earthquaking, not too bad. Next one was new tab. So that ruined my opening scene. That was going to be this. Hang on, let me catch up real quick. I've been thrown off today. But I make adjustments. Here we go. Yay, at least we have data on this, okay? And I'm live streaming again. They didn't, give me a total strike and shut me down. So I'm thankful for that. At least you guys are still watching. Some of you, half of my crowd made it. Okay. Let me get the time, the date, everything. Is it Red Dragon? Yeah. You want to see the Red Dragon? I'll show you the Red Dragon. Hang on, let's do this weather report real quick. Time, date. All right, you guys are going to make adjustments on times. Let me just start you off. Lord, don't play games with me right now. Oh, I thought it was going to come back and all the data was going to be gone. Where can we see it? The Red Dragon? I will show you right after this weather report. You can see it right here. Okay? It's also all over my channel. I've reported on it millions of times now. And let's just get this out of the way. Pick out your region of the country. I'm going to take a little break for a quick drag and recuperate, get something to drink. Pick out your part of the country. What I'm most concerned about are the storms hitting the West Coast, coming in, diving, and coming up and just Mike Tyson uppercut right through this part of the country, okay? So just go ahead and watch. This is 10 p.m. Pacific at this current reading. Current right now, 10 p.m. March 4th. All right? As it progresses, you make your time adjustments. I'm going to let this play for a second because I need to recuperate for a second. I like this stuff right here. Look at that big old comma. Look what I did to Florida. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. Stick around for the red dragon. It'll be worth it. You'll see the real thing. Don't fear. Okay. All right. You guys had time to look at this. I'm going to speak a little fast now, okay? And we're going to let this loop play because I want to get to the dragon for these people. They want to know, and I want to show the world what to expect. Look at that. Oh, my. I hope that's wrong. I pray to God that's wrong. Okay, bingo, our beginning right here, 4 p.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Pacific, as this storm moves in. Okay, we already have too much snow. There's nowhere to put it. We're up to our eyeballs in snow. Let me go quick over to Venture Sky and show you something here. I think it's still set up. Please, God, let it still be set up. Oh, yes. I had 24.7 inches. Where was it? It was right there. I just had it. There it is. Whoop. Well, 24.7 inches. Okay. And that's at low elevation. Okay. They are up to their butts with 184 inches I saw. This was already overloaded. Now you've tacked on all this 144 inches, 184 inches. There's all kinds of just massive numbers. 199, 212, 218, 213, 202. All of this area is now getting what? Hit again. Pay attention. Hit again. And as this one moves through, it's right here. Okay, it moved through. This is all the trailing end of it. It comes up here. This time it's just a small icing event and it passes, okay? Hopefully that's the case. I would love to see that every time. But as we see, we have this starting to blossom again down in Texas and Oklahoma, moving through Arkansas. This cold air combines with this moist air coming together. They collide. They make ice. They make snow on the backside. These are dangerous, dangerous storms. Back to back to back. This one gets a little ugly here, okay? And let's back up. That was March 10th, okay? 10 p.m. Pacific. That would be 10, 11, 12. 12 or 1 a.m., okay? In the middle of the night again, you guys. Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. I can't say it. I can't stress it enough. I wish I could yell right now, but I wake up my entire household. So let's keep going. Look at how big this comma shaped is. All the snow, more ice up here by Minnesota and Wisconsin. Okay, and then look at the tail end of this thing. Watch the tail end of this thing. Pick up moisture and still continue to batter this area. Washington, D.C. and New York City, that area is getting their butts handed to them. As another storm moves in on the west coast. All right, we already have too much snow. It's going to get overloaded. What again with another calling for another 2 feet, and that'll double because of our inbound energy. And then we have another well developed strong storm hitting the west coast March 14th, 11 a.m. And it's just going to barrel through and watch what it does. Look at this forming again, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. This area will be flattened with this area, this coming on the way. Right here, now it's changed. It was kind of going this way. Now it's taking a more southern dive, and look at this red intense area in the panhandle of Florida and the southern part of Georgia, okay? Going, raping the northern part of Florida as another system moves into the west. We got multiple stuff to watch. This is another intense storm. People are already buried. They're SOSing. They're stomping out, help me in the snow. They're already going to be buried alive as another storm, a huge one, seals the deal. Let's back up and watch this go right up the coast. Look at this. Okay? That's why I was showing you Judgment Day. Okay? Because there was a deep message in there. I just think they can't comprehend the message, so they won't let me send it. Maybe their IQ isn't high enough, or maybe they just don't like the message. Well, they don't like the messenger either, so that's fine with me. All duly noted for the court above. Now, the Venture Sky snow totals are just going to double. It's going to get crazy. There's that. Okay, hold up real quick. I had tonight's gem lined up, I think. No. Yeah, just a real quickie. Okay, a couple weeks ago, I showed you the fissure in the ground that opened up, all right, because of the earthquake in Turkey. I didn't see it anywhere on the news, dude. I kind of stopped watching the news because it makes me sick to my stomach, but I still have to catch some of it. And I have yet to see them reporting on this huge canyon that opened up. Well, in this report, or in this quick little video, let's see if I can zoom in just a tad bit more, Lord. Can I have a tad bit? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I guess I can't. Anyways, at the bottom here.
In Japan, I had no idea.
It says crack in the ground after the earthquake in Turkey continues to widen. Okay, it already happened. It's a huge canyon, but now it's widening. It's continuing to rip more. This is the crust of the planet cracking and ripping, just like the egg effect I showed you before, or I discussed last night. Okay, the egg is overcooked. The shell is starting to crack. We're hard boiling an egg too hard, too fast, and we're cracking the shell. Now watch closely. This is new footage. It used to be all one smooth field. See? See, it used to be all joined. That tree used to be next to that tree. Look how deep it is. You see this, the layers? Do you understand how much of the crack? That's a deep crack. Expect to see fissures like this opening up even without an earthquake, okay? Just land masses splitting in half, okay? And earthquakes, of course, are going to cause this, all right? Alright, let it play one more time. Now, watch closely. These trees are all in lines, okay? That tree right there used to be next to this tree over here. That's the displacement of tectonic plates. This is a new fault, okay? New faults are opening up. New rips in the ground, okay? Yeah, snowing like heck here too, dude. Let me just tell you right now, the mountain behind my house, I know how to access the wind gauge on top of it, and it was 100 miles an hour just a little while ago with snow. Okay, so within about a quarter mile of my house, straight up in elevation, a quarter mile high behind this mountain, at the top of that mountain, is a 100-mile-an-hour hurricane blizzard storm. There's dumping 2 feet, like a foot per hour type snow. It's nuts, and there's nowhere to put it. And we're lucky. We're just getting the lower part. So we did this, we did that, we did this. We already got shot down and came back. Sound familiar? Shot down and make a comeback and just do it anyway. Yeah, we covered all that. Let me close out just a couple of tabs here and we'll go to the red dragon. Everybody ready to see what the red dragon really is? Oh, one last thing I wanted to show you. This painting right here. All right. It's called The Fisherman. It's actually right here. Let's get a better shot of this and brighten it a little bit. Okay. And it's actually this picture right here in the middle is the original painting. And what you do is you put a mirror up to it and you'll get a double image of this half. So the double image of this half is the devil with a volcano going off behind him. And the seas are all rough and the city's on fire behind him. Then when you put a mirror up to this half, it's a man praying. It's God praying, the volcano's calm, the seas are calm, and the city is thriving. So do you see the bisymmetry? Do you remember that picture I showed you? Let me see if I can talk about duality here a little bit, okay? Because this artist is trying to show you a representation of duality like this, okay? Like half good, half evil. You got an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other, right? Well, the battle is really spiritual inside your head. Which side of you is gonna win? See, you don't know, but there's a demon inside and there's an angel inside, and you're battling right now. Which side are you going to cave to? Okay? You going to be able to control your demons and deal with them? Yes, we all have this. And after the spiritual rift that I saw happen in the clouds, we all have this condition. Now, every face in the clouds has this bisymmetrical face. Okay? Just like in this painting, this gentleman is trying to show you the representation of God. God is half good and half evil. He's half God, half devil. He's also Jesus Christ. Satan is not in charge of hell. Jesus went down to hell for 3 days, and he took charge down there. Satan is just another prisoner down there serving his time as well. Start to make sense a little bit? Okay, we all have this duality and we all need to start facing it, accepting it, and fighting it. Okay, that's what I'm here. I'm the leader of the spiritual warfare department, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on inside your heads, whether you know it or not. Okay, now, cracking here, Terminator 2, shot down, shoot that Terminator down. It's okay. The next scene, they tried to stab him, and he turns around and stabs him right in the back. Yeah, a little lesson taught there. Anyways, let's go open a tab and rock your world, shall we? With the Red Dragon. Everybody ready for Red Dragon? People have seen it. A lot of my viewers have seen it already, so we're going to go over here to my channel. Open up my channel, please. Lord, you know what we're doing here. Oh, look, I'm live. Oh, shit. I should click on Brian Knight and see what he's showing. He's got some cool stuff, dude. Have you guys ever heard of Brian Knight and subscribed to him? He's a cool guy, man. All right, let's go to the Red Dragon, shall we? Now, you see what I'm doing? These are old videos. I used to do videos years ago, all right? I can't do that anymore. I have to stream live. So if you want to see my live stuff, my latest stuff, all this work I've been doing, it's all under live because videos, YouTube doesn't want you seeing this. They want you seeing this, okay? So come over here to live. There it is. See the difference? Oh, I'm still live on this one? Nuh-uh. Can't be live twice. Oh, maybe I can be live twice. Okay, after the dragon. Actually, it's in the videos, so we need to go back. It's an old video, and just to do a little cheating, this is the best tool for my channel. Come over here and click on this little search thing, and this will search my channel for, you just type in what you want to see. You want to see angels? You type in angels. It'll give you all my thing on angels. You want to see Mary? It'll show you Mary. You want to see Nibiru? You want to see demons? You want to see dragons? You want to see whatever? You come over here, and you type it in, and it will send you to my thing. So now we're going to my first video ever called Wake Up Call. Okay, this is where it all started. This is where my life changed violently. Okay, hold on tight, folks.
Welcome back. This object emerges from the back.
Shh, Brian. Keep it down. We're going to go right to the good part. Okay. So, we had this series of solar flares back in 2017, okay? This is the instrument I used to report for you guys, right? This is this instrument back at September 10th of 2017. That's 13 days before the Revelation 12 star alignment that happened on September 23rd of 2017. If you don't believe me, go look up the star alignment of September 23rd of 2017. The Revelation 12 star alignment came true. The woman draped in the sun with the moon at her feet and a crown of 12 stars only happens once ever in history, was discovered on the Stellarium program. You can set a date and it'll show you the planet alignment. You can set the planet alignment and it'll kick out a date. So they set the alignment and it kicked out a date of September 23rd, 2017. That's how we all knew what day to go look in the sky for this star alignment. Okay? I was looking too. I was looking and something happened. I never watched this instrument before, okay? I was doing something totally different. It was on September 10th that God showed me the red dragon. And here we go. This is the third X flare. There were three X flares, an X10, an X9.8, and the third one was like an X8 point something. And everybody poo-pooed the third one, and I did too. But somebody said, hey, Brian, there's more going on in there than meets the eye. Now watch.
On this side over here, it causes a second flare. Here it comes. Boom. Here's our object right here. And as it starts to move away, you'll see it cause a third flare. Boom. Here's our object right here. Looks like Nibiru. It's got a wing coming off on this side and a wing coming off on that side. And that's not all, because behind that is this big object right here. This is what's causing our flares. Here's a conduit of plasma that is sucking off of our sun, going into this planet. Here's a damage ring or an impact zone on this planet right here. You can see Nibiru sticking out in front of it here.
Okay, can you see that? Can you guys see that? What the problem is here is this is a three-dimensional. You got to remember, space is three-dimensional, okay? We're looking at a two-dimensional screen. It's hard to see a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional screen. So what I'm going to do is I have made a drawing representation of what we're looking at here. Okay? Can you see it now? Here's the sun. It's ripping plasma off the sun. When this plasma hits the surface of this structure or this object, it fans out in a circular pattern, creating this ring. All right, that plasma is cooking also. It's super hot. It's like a huge blast. Think of the sun spitting out a big blast and it going out in a huge damage ring or impact zone. Okay, this is an impact zone with a damage ring at the very edge, okay? This is a three-dimensional structure. It's right there in front of you. Let me give you another example. Because as a professor, I have found that examples work a lot better. Okay, here's our effect. It is sucking plasma off the sun, draping over. This object is so massive and so dense that it bends and absorbs light. You can't see it until it interacts with the sun and plasma drapes over it, okay? Imagine we're talking about an invisible table. You can't see an invisible table, but if you throw a tablecloth over it, all of a sudden it paints the edges and the corners and the contour. That's what the plasma is doing. It is draping over this object. This object is trying to absorb it all, but there's such a big explosion that the excess is draping and bending light right here. Is it not bending light, folks? What's it doing right here? Is it bending light? Yes, it's bending light. Here's the bottom side of the structure. It goes down and around like this, okay? It's right next to the sun. This white circle represents the size of the sun, not the black circle. The black circle is the occulter on the camera. It keeps the sun from blinding the camera so we can see this stuff, okay? This is a coronagraph. This is for studying the corona of the sun. Where are you going to catch objects like this? In the corona of the sun. Suspicious observers would not see this because they're looking at the X-flare on the surface. They didn't see the object that caused the X-flare. The sun didn't just burp this out. It was going into grand solar minimum. It should have been snoring, and it spit out 3 huge X-flares, and everybody poo-pooed it like it was nothing. I was like, what is this happening right 13 days before the star alignment? Is this really happening 13 days before the star alignment? I don't know. Look at the freaking date. Is this really happening 13 days before the star alignment? Now let me go over to the Bible and start reading. Bear with me. I have to slow down. I am getting rattled, and I want you guys to take this seriously. So, this is a huge discovery, okay? This is not your average everyday Joe Schmo stuff, okay? Hey, I discovered a cool meme on YouTube. Oh boy. No, this is earth-shattering news. This is stuff that would be headlines all across the world. Win the Nobel Prize. Or physics, terraphysics, geophysics, astrophysics, metaphysics. I'm also a doctor of biology, human anatomy, human psychology. I have doctorates in everything. Okay, back to where we were. You guys taking this seriously yet? Oh, I got the Bible out. That's what I was doing. Thank you, Lord. I get distracted by the devil. Oh yeah. Ooh, he took out my whole... No, not that too. All right, we're all good. Hang in there. So, anybody got a Bible? Any of you guys were wasting time while I was doing this? Pull your Bible out and open up to Revelation 12, please. Or I will, and we will read it together, or I will read it for you. Revelation 12. Here we go. Let me take a sip here. Please unlock our brother. I did nothing wrong. Who got locked? Alright. I don't have time for that. You guys will figure it out. Okay. Hopefully you guys know this one. I'm going to start reading Revelation 12, titled The Woman and the Dragon. Okay? That's the title of Revelation 12. The Woman and the Dragon. It says, a great and wondrous sign appeared in heaven. Appeared in space, right? Okay, heaven and space. Where's my pointer? Alright, I gotta have a pointer at the same time. Okay, a great and wondrous sign appeared in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. Okay, you guys know how Jupiter rotated in her belly, went retrograde for 9 months, and then left? What are the odds of that, okay? The odds of the star alignment happening are trillions to one, trillions and trillions to one, and it never happens again, okay? It's only the one-time deal, okay? You can't repeat it. You can't go backwards. You can't, stellarium will never, that will never happen again, okay? It's a one-time shot. All right, you have to forgive me. I have multi lists going on in my head at the same time. Okay, let's back up and take this slowly. A great and wondrous sign appeared in the heaven, a woman clothed as the sun, with the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. Then another sign appeared in heaven, in space. An enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, 7 crowns on his head. His tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to the earth. The dragon stood in front of the woman who was about to give birth so that he may devour her child the moment it was born. Okay? We all have heard that, right? Okay? It's been in the Bible this whole time, right? So what they were looking for is, it says the first sign was the woman. Then another sign appeared in heaven. So everybody's looking for the dragon after the woman appears, right? But if you go down a little further, it says the dragon stood in front of the woman. Now that word in front of is a Jewish text word, and it has a different meaning. It also means it stood before the woman, in front of the woman. In front of the woman, before her. It stood in front of her and before her. The dragon is standing 13 days in front of the woman. It's standing 13 days before the woman standing. Do you get it? This is the dragon of Revelation 12. This is our binary twin, the stellar core of it. The reason why we thought we were the only sun is because we couldn't see our binary. Our binary's burned out. And every, 3,600 years, we orbit it. It's bigger than it has more mass than our entire solar system. I think what's been throwing everybody's math off is they think this is orbiting the sun. Well, if this has more mass than our entire solar system, we're probably orbiting it. Or it is throwing our sun's trajectory off. Or it's also stripping plasma. It's causing the core of the sun to do the same as our planet. Okay, remember we had a stoppage and a reversal? I don't think we're going to see a reversal, but think real hard on the physics that I have already shown you. What would happen if the core of the sun stopped spinning? I was asking Ben over at his Q&A session all day today. He was talking about his chest and his tattoos and everything, and I'm like, hey, what happens when the core of the sun stops spinning? Anybody? It stops shining. That electromagnetic field, the corona of the sun, drops. And the sun would stop shining. Like maybe go black as a sackcloth. There we go. Sorry. My screen did that at the same time I said it. Starting to see it? You guys starting to see it? I'm sorry probably don't like the red dragon now that you see it and understand what it is and that the implications of what's about to happen. This thing has been waiting at the back door, hiding in space, making little passes by, taking a peek in. Remember the eye of God I showed you last night? Yeah, it keeps popping in. This is a sign from God. This was in hieroglyphics. If you go look and you study and you look closely and you know what to look for now, when you go into hieroglyphics, which is another course I like to teach, but we can't go there quite yet. We have to comprehend this stuff first. This is dark matter, okay? It is so dense and so much matter, so squeezed down that it's neutronic. It squeezed out all the electrons and protons and left just neutrons left, okay? So it's super depleted. Imagine if you took a battery and you drained every little electron out of it, and then you drained some more. Well, the copper wire in that battery would turn to a different phase. It would no longer be copper. It would be copper minus some electrons and protons, wouldn't it? It would turn into a new phase called dark matter. See, everybody's trying to look at dark matter as a particle, the God particle. Oh. Dude, God is not a particle. God is a person, you morons. He has feelings and emotions. He's happy and sad. Where do you think your emotions came from? Where do you people think your consciousness came from? Are you conscious? Or are you one of these zombies that walk around eating a bowl of shit called the mainstream media every day, gobbling it, regurgitating it to each other? Can't get enough of it, so you insert head in the ass and start chowing on your own. Till you're so full of shit that's all you do is talk shit. It just comes spewing out. You can't keep it out. Oh my God, I'm going there. Sorry. I'm sorry. Please apologize. It is compressed, Brian? What? This image is compressed? Yes, this image is compressed. You want to see what it looked like when they show you on TV or when they show you on the instrument or something? Here, let me get so up in it that you can't see it. This is the same effect with the clouds. Oh, it won't let me go 500%. Because we're like 500% is dimensions. So imagine if you were looking at it like this. Can you see it? Can you see the black hole? Can you see the object? No, you can't because it's too close and in your face. So you back out a little bit, still can't see it. It's still real blurry, huh? You can't see this object until you take a few steps back, and it's still blurry. It's almost like a dotted picture. You know the little pictures that are in the newspaper? If you look really close with a microscope or with a magnifying glass, they're all a bunch of little dots. But as you pull back, those dots blend together, and it gets clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer the further back you get. These are dimensions. As you get closer, this is the dimension you're stuck in, okay? This is what you guys see. Me, I get to see back here. I can see from back here. I can see all these different dimensions, okay? And I'm trying to explain them to you. Do you guys get this? You understand the step backing, 10 steps back? It's just, instead of zooming in, you're taking this image and compressing it. Now, let me show you a little trick you guys can use on your own here, because this zooming in did not work on the thing. All right, so we're going back to normal frame here. Let me go back to this just real quick. What was the point I was going to make about zooming in? Oh, yes. So, when God showed me this, all right, this is a complicated story, but if you guys were willing to listen, I will share this with you. Seeing as some of you have seen the big picture and understand what I'm doing. When God showed me this, it was up close and in my face, right? It was so jammed in your face you couldn't see it. And he was trying to show me, and I was getting frustrated. He says, take a break, Brian. Go have a smoke. So I took a break, and I went outside and I had a smoke, right? I came back to look at the zoom-in picture, and he's telling me, think the big picture, think the big picture. So I zoom in, right? Thinking the big picture. No, that was wrong. That's why I was getting frustrated. He says, go take a break. So I go outside, have a break, come back. You see this right here, what happened? I left my finger sitting on the cursor here and it made this small pop-up. What happens in this small pop-up, folks? It's compressed, isn't it? This pop-up just compressed this dimension down for you. Ta-da! Now you guys want to see stuff compressed? You want to be able to see in other dimensions? Use this. Put your finger on this and get the small pop-up. This will give you the perspective, the 10 steps back perspective. Another trick you can use. This happened, I found this handy for taking faces in the clouds. How do I put this, Lord? Okay, so your camera is taking a wide angle image of the sky like this, right? But when you're looking at your screen, it has taken this big sky and shoved it down into this size of a screen. Now, hasn't it? Hasn't it? If you hold your cell phone, open your cell phone up and open up your camera, and instead of looking at the clouds with your eyes, look at the clouds through your camera. And don't do it for too long because you might see stuff that you're not ready to see, okay? But I just gave you guys a little secret, okay? Do you understand the little secret I just shared with you? How priceless that is? You know how much money I could charge for this and that and that and this? I'd be a freaking millionaire. But I'm not that type of person. This is too important. This is my job to warn you guys and to educate you on what this is, how it happens, when it happens. Okay. Check out the dragon, baby. You're staring into the eyes of the dragon right now. Okay? Do you see it? Do you see this three-dimensional? This is a stellar core. It actually fits the definition of a black hole because it absorbs light, it bends light. It also enjoys another quality called gravitational lensing. When you have such an object with such a strong gravitational field, it can take light from behind it, redirect it around the edges, and since it's a spherical shape, it will redirect that light back into a focal point right back here on the other side of what's behind it, so making it appear to be see-through. So this is God's, this is stealth. This is God's stealth, okay? This is almost undetectable. It's cold. It doesn't give off infrared. It absorbs light. It doesn't reflect light. You can't see it because it doesn't reflect light. The light comes out of the light bulb, hits the desk, bounces off the desk, and goes in your eye. You couldn't see that desk if it absorbed light. It wouldn't reflect light. You wouldn't be able to see it. I'm glad you guys are taking notes. I got the smartest audience in the world. You guys are the elite. You know that? You know more about Revelation right now than most people in the church do. Most scientists do. NASA's got their head up their butt wondering what's going on. Thinking, oh, we can go study another star and find out what's going to happen next. Dude, read the Bible and find out what happens next. Quit studying, sending trillions of dollars out to space. Start looking here. Look at the sun and start being honest with people. If they even know what the hell they're looking at. You have to have a high IQ to see this, okay? And if you guys can see this, I just paid you a compliment. You're extremely intelligent. If you have eyes to see this and you can grasp this, you have a very high IQ and you're highly intelligent. Okay? Bravo, team. You guys are awesome. Would you like to see more? Would you like to know more? Shall I take you deeper? We are the elect. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We don't need a high IQ. Serious? No, you don't. This is pretty basic. It's really friggin' basic. You don't need a high IQ. Whoever said that was right. You know what? But I don't like to call you guys dummies. I like to call you intelligent. But it really doesn't take a high IQ. It takes a high IQ to grasp the concept, but to see it, you should be able to see it plain as day, right? Unless you're in denial. Unless your head's up your ass and you can't see. Okay? So let's go deeper, shall we? Since we're here. And I got shot down. I'm gonna give a little bit of shooting back here. Let me zoom out. That's my problem. I'm too zoomed in. Patience, folks. I will blow you away in another second. So you better get some toilet paper ready or whatever. Just do it the old-fashioned way, God. What'd you say? Yes, right there. Here we go. And before we start this video, I want you to take note of this date up here. This is my security camera, and it was 10/5 of 2017, October 5th of 2017. October 5th of 2017. Sounds kind of familiar. That's like 2 weeks after the star alignment, I think. Well, yeah, sure it is. So 2 weeks after the star alignment, Mary and angels in a God eye orb show up in my garage, and enjoy this. Howdy folks, welcome back. So I've been going through some of the old photos and running them through the filter, and this was one of the first ones that I had ever captured. And what's going on here is I'm here on my knees. I'm crying and screaming and praying, all three at once. I was in some extreme anguish. A paranormal traumatic event happened to me, something so unbelievable you guys wouldn't believe it. So if I told you, so I found Nibiru and Nemesis. So in this image here, I'm sitting here praying, and Mary's head appears right next to my head, and we're going to zoom in on this. You can't go in too tight on it, but she's looking down at my head this way. Let's see, there's pretty good. And you can make out her eye and her nose coming down, her shawl coming over, and it's in shadow right here. This is a shadow of the inside of her shawl going over her head like this. Here's her eye, her nose, her other eye would be on the other side there. Okay, and pause this real quick. Are you guys seeing this? This is like almost like the image you see of Mary on a candle or something. Her profile, it's like a 3/4 profile. It's not her total profile, but here's her nose ridge. Here would be her eye, her nose ridge coming down. Here's the shawl coming down this side of her face a little bit, and then it's draping around this way. This is the shadow on the inside. This is a three-dimensional display of the Nibiru Nemesis display. I was working with Coast to Coast, if you know who they are, George Norrie, and we were working on this stuff back then, and I was trying to explain to him how to see. He couldn't see that last image. He couldn't see the dragon. He's like, well, how do I see it? So I made a three-dimensional replica in the background here, and when I came out here, I fell in front of it because nobody could understand, and I was crying and screaming. Mary shows up. Hopefully you can see that face. We have this God eye with an eye in it, okay, and an angel over here in the corner. We'll get to that, okay? But it's important that you see Mary right here. And it's not just all Catholic, whatever. Don't run away because you think this is the wrong faith or whatever. There's more to this story than meets the eye, okay? And if I should just tell you right now, okay? This is an anointing ceremony. An anointing ceremony. Sorry, can't say it right. Because I reported on what I discovered, I did not want to do it, okay? God commanded me to do it. I fought it hard for 4 days. Tortured for 4 days until I finally caved and said, you're right, I got to warn the people. And I grew the balls to do it, okay? And I was a mess afterwards. And this is the anointing ceremony. So just watch closely. You can't go in too tight on it. And then also is this white ball with an eye in it, this white orb with an eye in it. Okay, and that's not all, because over here in this corner up here is an angel. The silhouette of an angel with his wings spread, with his back to us, standing in a shaft of light. Here's his head. There's a glow over the head. The wings are extended, and there's a feather coming off. The last feather coming off is crossing over these brown roof tiles in the background here. And you can make out there's an angel right here. And you can even see his head right here. Going a little bit tighter. So there's the angel with his back to us and his wings spread. Can you guys see that? A lot better with the filter. Before it was really faint and it was hard to see. Alright. I mean, yeah, it's totally plain as day, but I gotta make sure you guys are seeing this. Okay. Can you see his head here? Can you see his wing spread? Can you see this feather? This is like the last feather in his wing is materializing in this realm and crossing over these brown roof tiles. There's no white stripe here on these tiles, okay? There's a stack of brown roof tiles in our garage. This is clearly the feather coming out and crossing over into our realm. We are talking about the spiritual realm materializing in the physical realm. Okay? This is still not physical. Not yet, but very close. The veil is very thin now, and we're not done. Yeah, you can see a lot better with the filter. Before it was really faint and it was hard to see. Same with this. It's not a joke. Out a little bit better. You know, I gotta stop again. This is security camera footage. This is admissible as evidence in a court of law. I could go up to a judge and say, hey, look, I had an intruder in my garage. Yes, an intruder. And I captured him on camera. And I go, what did he steal? Well, he didn't steal anything. They actually left something. What? Somebody broke into your garage and left something? Well, yes, they left this beautiful image on my security camera. Yeah, there's Mary looking down at my head because I was in anguish. I mean, what happened to me was just so disturbing. I can't even describe it. Yeah. I was in crying, screaming, and praying, an experience I'd never felt before. All three of them at the same time. It was just spiritual, physical, and emotional. But what happened was I was out in my garage and praying, and my security camera captured this image. And it wasn't until a few days later that I went back through my security camera that I saw this image and went, oh my God, what happened here? So there's that one for the moment. Just real quick, let's zoom in real quick on her because I want you to see that this little structure right here is actually a tube. It's part of a display that I had made, a three-dimensional replica of a sign that God showed me. So this is a little replica that I had set up in my garage. I was doing videos to try to describe what I had seen, and that was sitting in the background. So this part right here is a tube that's on the ground. But as we zoom in, this black area right here, this shaded area, the inside of her shawl is not in the garage. That is natural, or that's part of this picture. So that's definitely pointing out that there's something here, and for me, it's easy to see. I can see Mary's face crystal clear. Hopefully some of you guys can too. Something I need to point out right about now. I am not the most high-tech guy in the world. I really don't like technology. I use my phone for research. I don't sit there and look at memes all day. I use the phone differently, and I don't like the phone. It's very impersonal. I'd rather talk to somebody face-to-face. I'm not a big fan of technology. The only reason why I use it is because I have to get my message across, okay? These are real images. I cannot stress enough to you guys, these are real images, okay? I don't know how to Photoshop. I don't know how to do that stuff, okay? I'm not a computer genius here. You see the affliction, you see what happens to my computer. There's no way I could do this. So let's continue. And it's not just Mary. There's more to it than just Mary. There's Jesus too. So don't think this is a Catholic type thing or whatever. It has more to do with it than you think. Something else, when I was looking at this, I'm like, well, there's an angel, there's God, there's Mary. Where's Jesus? You know, usually he'd be there too, don't you think? Where's Jesus in this picture? Well, he's in there if you know what to look for. So, on to my next picture. Okay, in this image here, you can see we're still in the garage with our same display right here. And this was actually captured the day before the other picture. I hadn't found it for years later until I was digging around through my, my old pictures and stuff and went even further back to see if I'd missed anything, and I captured this one. I heard a voice say, "You missed something." I'm like, okay, I better start searching. So this is what I found. And we're going to zoom into this streak right up here, this one right here. Years later, I found this. I didn't even know I had this still on the security camera. Just bear with me for a second here. This was the day before the Mary event. Now, hopefully, you can see that we have a lady's profile here. Here's her eye, here's her forehead, her snub little nose, here's the bottom jaw, she's smiling, she's looking down and she's holding a baby, and here's the baby's head right here, here's the face, the back of the head, here's her arm cupped around like this, and she's holding the baby. Now I'm going to run this through the filter real quick and it's going to enhance it, but a little bit too much. But see, now you can really make out her profile a lot better and see her face, and her headdress is coming over and going down back behind her. And you can still make out the baby's head right here. And maybe if I pull back a little bit, there we go. And this was captured on October 4th. So this was about 11 days after the Revelation 12 sign. All this stuff started happening to me just prior to the Revelation 12 sign and then right after it. So it said the woman was about to give birth. Well, it looks like maybe she gave birth, and here's the little baby being caught up to God. Or presented to God. Yep. It's a lot better there. Hopefully you guys can see this a little bit better now than before. We'll undo the filter real quick just so you can get the original. Now you can see the baby's head just a little bit better. You can make out his little ear. And then we'll put the filter back in again. And there we go. There's your Revelation 12 baby being born right there in my garage, caught on my security camera. So that's it for now. My next video, I've been capturing demons. Yes, capturing demons and Satan, spitting stuff at me, real demon attacks. Now it's come to the physical realm. It's physically torn me apart. My body's shattered. I'm barely alive. I'm hanging on for dear life. You guys keep attacking me, and I'm begging you guys to stop attacking me because you're killing me. And I just keep plugging on here. Now let's show you another angel. Here, this one's a beautiful image. You guys will love this one. Your head to the right. This one. This is an angel that was captured on my security cameras, and now I've run it through the filter here. So if you turn your head to the right, about 45 degrees, you can make out the head, the hair, the breasts, it's a female, the torso, the waist, the legs coming down here, a wing coming off here, a wing coming off over here. And we'll zoom in on this real quick, because this one's nice and clear that you can. Okay, and this is an angel that was caught hovering in a shaft of light over this sleeping child down below here. So zoom in on it again. Just excited that you can see it a lot clearer now, because before it was kind of faint, and now with... Can you see the demon face right back here with the eyes, mouth, the nose? See this demon face right here? See can you guys see this angel? See, it's a female. It even has breasts. Okay, I'm not making this stuff up. This is what my camera captures. Okay, wrap your head around this, folks. The Bible is real. The Bible is true. These are real angels. What does angel mean? It means messenger. Nobody has ever bothered to ask me, did these angels bring you a message at all? Because they did. You guys wouldn't believe the message they sent. So I'm just going to keep showing you. Now we are going to go, how do I do this, Lord? Yeah, we have to go here. No. How do I get out? Wait, I can go here, I believe. Oh no, this is the wrong computer. I can't go there on this computer. I have to go on my old one. Let's see if I can fire old Betsy up. She's still possessed. Lord, you think we could get Betsy working here, maybe? I gotta unplug the mouse. You guys willing to here? Let me set something up for you to watch while I do this real quick. What do you guys want to see? You should be looking at the GFS model. Is what you guys should be watching right now. So let me set up GFS and get that running while I switch computers real quick. Pull this up. I'm gonna hit play, and you guys are just gonna study for a minute as I switch mouses. Lord, please let Betsy work here. Ooh. Can we have this right there? Oh. Oh, it's still set up on it? No freaking way. Pull it up, please, Lord. Wait. Oh, we are in luck. I think it's going to pull it up. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Because I haven't been able to access this one for years either. And if we can get this one going, you guys would love this. Please, let it play, Lord. What's going on? Play my file. What is going on here? Let's just put up another one. Ah. Let me try something here real quick here. Bear with me. All right, you guys still seeing your part of the country and these storms coming in one after another, after another, after another? All right, we're already soaking, saturated, and now we're getting even more. Please play it this time, Lord. Please let it play. Tried so hard for this one. Please, God. Well, I'll let it sit there and see if it'll pop up. It's kind of circles rotating. We're kind of waiting for old Betsy to. Why is it not working here? No, I want that. Cancel that shit. Oh, please. We're wasting time here. Come on, Lord, pull this up for me. Alright, I guess I have to sign in and do some other stuff here. Well, Oh, we're getting, slowly but surely we're getting there. About ready to stick something else on for you guys to watch while we're doing this. But sign me in, please, without having to alert my phone. I'm in the middle of a live stream. If this doesn't work, then we're just gonna have to try something else for my channel in the meantime. Because the weather is not cooperating too well either, so while it's still doing that thing, I will do this thing here, because time is wasted. Alright, and I got other stuff that I could show you. Alright. So I showed you the angels. Who wants to see the demons then? Let's just go right to it. That was a real one. I could feel it. And now, I think you all have seen this, right? For those who haven't, stay tuned and watch closely. Folks, welcome back. So I've been going through some more of these pictures and running them through the filter and stuff. And not only were we finding angels and Mary and stuff, but there's also demons, and I've also found Satan in this stuff too. So as we're looking here at this picture, talking about is in this mosaic of blotchy white dots that you see picture is comprised of. When you zoom in really tight in on a picture, you'll see that it's made up of these splotchy little patches and dots. These new digital cameras make these little blotches. Well, hiding in these blotches faces. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's an eye right here and an eye right here. And when you make eye contact with these two eyes right here, you'll see the mouth fall into place down here. It's snarling. If you look, it's got some kind of streaks or horns or something or wrinkles coming out of its head up here. And this is some kind of demon or principality. You know, other people refer to them as principalities, but this is what I'm talking about. All right, it came up. This here. This is a pupil right here of an eye. This is a bigger eye. Here's the whites of the eye, the white of this eye. These two eyes. Once you look at those, you'll see it falls into place. Maybe I'll pull back a little bit. You can see a little bit better. Zoom in. Right about there is good. And you can make out there's teeth here in this mouth. There's a corresponding mouth with these eyes, wrinkles going across the nose here. This is some kind of demon or principality. And it's tucked in the way in the corner of this picture, way back up in here, and you can't even see it as in a normal picture, but you zoom in, swing it over, zoom in, and you can see this face just appear. And there's more faces in this too, but this one's really defined and pretty dominant in this picture. So I want to start off with that one. Hopefully you guys can see this one. Then look closely and pay attention to the instructions, because other people see it. You need to pay attention. I've got my camera pointing at the couch now because I've been capturing activity around this couch. Can you see the bike moving? Just sitting on my couch there praying, and wasn't really thinking of capturing anything. Here I was just sitting here praying before I started taking pictures or doing my thing, and it was already running. And lo and behold, there's some kind of demon up here. You'll see some green wings over here kind of flapping, and it looks at my bike and spits a bolt of energy on it. And I had no idea this happened until I went back through my pictures and stuff, and I put this series into motion in a flip book, and I realized, oh my goodness, look what happened. It picked up my bike and spit a bolt of energy on it. This one you can't really see the face too well, but you can make out the wings kind of flapping. We'll pull it over this way a little more. And this thing turns, picks up my bike, lifts it up, and spits a bolt of energy on it. Okay, there's that. I'll let you look at that one for a second longer. Okay, in this series here, I'm sitting on the couch praying, camera set up, and you'll see a purple streak, a bolt come in here, right there, boom, and it hurt. You can see my reaction to it. And again, here I am sitting there praying. There's all kinds of stuff jumping around in the background, and then zap right there. Broke 2 of my ribs. And that was a real one. I could feel it. And now when I go back, we're going to go back to the top of that bolt and zoom in on the face. Okay, so here's the frame out of that sequence of me getting hit with that bolt. You can see the bolt coming down here. It's got a kind of a purple hue to it or whatever. And then we're going to start zooming in to the face up top here, and it's going to be Satan's face. So you guys ready to see this? If not, you might want to stop the video at this point. But I do not glorify this at all. I do not like to give him attention, but it's important to know that he's real, because he wants everybody to think that he's not real. I think you might be able to see this face without me pointing anything out yet. There we go. Okay, so let me zoom out so I can see it. If you look right here at this eye, this is his crazed eye. The other on the other side is bigger. It's the all-seeing eye. It's a little out of proportion, but then you can make out the side of his face. His jawline coming down, the bottom of his chin, his face going up here. Here's his mouth with some evil kind of grin on it. You can see his ear coming out over here. You can make out horns coming up. And this is in that mosaic of dots again, but these faces pop out and they're more prominent. You can see that this one really stands out. And that's Satan right there. You can even make out some wings coming up here. And he's mad. He's mad because I'm praying. And he's spitting bolts of energy at me and spitting on my bike and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Wait, we gotta stop. So, alright. So, we got demons attacking. We got Satan himself showing up, spitting purple bolts and breaking my ribs. Okay, now we got Betsy running here, and this is a classic one. I'm waiting for ages to show you guys, and it would never come up. So, coming over to Betsy now, and we're going to show you something probably haven't yet. Okay? We need to adjust angle, around a wedge. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Why did it stop? It was just playing. Alright, here we are again in this room, and dang it, why did it just freeze up again? Let's go back to this for a moment, I guess, until I get going again. This one's really hard to get going. It's been fighting me for years, so in the meantime, just continue with this one. I had it up and going. It's important that you guys know. All right, wait. You already saw that. So let me back out of this. And we're going to go now. This is the next thing that starts happening, okay? Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So these faces that I've been showing you in the last few videos that are in the etherical or in that mosaic that I was talking about are not only taking place there, but now they're taking shape in our clouds. And with this new filter, I was able to go through some of these pictures, and it really makes them pop now. So if you can't see it yet, there's an eye here, an eye here, here's the nose, a mouth down below, here's an ear coming back up, the jaw running down, the chin, And this face seems to almost be bisected. One half is like a goblin, and this other half looks like almost like a Wolverine or a Ewok type character. So I'll let you look at that for a minute. And this was pretty faint in the original picture, but now with the filter, it really makes it pop. So hopefully you guys can see that now. And then I'm going to bring you some more. Just real quick here, I wanted to show you the unfiltered version. This is the original right here compared to this one right here, where you can make out a lot better. Okay. And this one right here, you can make out we have an eye and an eye right here. Here's the nose, and here's some, and it looks like he's blowing. You can make out his ear over here, horns and stuff coming up, his eyebrows. Can you see that? That one's pretty clear. You can see a little bit better. An eye, the nose, the lips. Okay, so I wanted to show you that one with the filter. So imagine having this stuff following you around everywhere you go. Too, so. Well, that's it for now. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until my next one, bye. Okay. Well, I gotta use this. Betsy's being rebooted. In the meantime, let's just dang, I need my mouse. I hate these little tap pads. They're dumb. All right, let me get Betsy going here real quick. Type in the password. And while she's warming up, I can, let's see, can I touch screen this one? No, this isn't a touch screen. Maybe I can get something going here. Let's just go right here for the moment, because this is what I was going to show you anyway. Howdy folks, welcome back. So I was going through some of my pictures here, and this is one of the best ones here of Jesus clouds with his crown and his thorn, or his crown hovering above his head up here. And if you turn your head to the right, you can make it out a little bit better. Well, now I found a way to clean it up, so now we're gonna run it through a filter. Now look at it. Now you can really see it. Turn your head to the right about 45 degrees. You can make out his face, his eyes, nose, his chin and his beard, his hair flowing back, and the crown above him. And let's do it one more time here. Let's enhance it even more. There we go. Now you can really clearly see it. So I was just messing around and finally found a way to filter these pictures, and I've been going back through a lot of them and running them through the filter, and boy, do we got a lot of crazy stuff to go over. So for the moment, we're just doing this one on the spur of the moment real quick, just to touch base with you guys. I still love you all. I miss you all. Been going through some stuff. I'm okay. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all. Bye. Come on. Let's just work this time. All right, let me get us back to Betsy here.
Ready to
start
eating healthier?
Hush.
Meet Kachava.
No. Had enough Kachava for one day. Please play this guy. Oh, let's just pull up something besides this stupid ad. Okay, hopefully you get some of this stuff. Can you see this image of Jesus? Welcome back. So it's going. Oops, dang it. Could you see that, folks? That happened on Easter, okay? Of all days, this event right here. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Happened on Easter. Going through some of my pictures here, and this is one of the best ones here of Jesus in the clouds. Okay. With his crown and his thorn, or his. All right, we guys pause this right now. Crown hovering above his head up here. This doesn't come up very often, so we're gonna grab it right now while we got it. Okay. If you turn your head to the right, you can make it out a little bit better. Yes. Well, now I found a way to clean. Okay. Just here. Let me get another round of wedge in this because it has to be just right. This one's a little hard to see, folks. Okay, so give it some time. All right. What do I need to do here? Okay, I'm gonna start describing here. Where's this and this? Kind of. Yeah. Like that. All right. What we have here. Do you see how this picture's warping and twisting? This camera is mounted, so it's not the camera moving. Something is warping and twisting this picture. If you look, there are two angels. There's wing going up and coming down right here. Another wing going up and coming down right here. There's actually two angels. They're locked wing and wing here in the middle. The other angel's other wing comes up and goes down over here. Okay, that's just a basic description. Now let me give you a physical example, okay? The angel's like right about here. This dark area right in here is inside, that's the edge of the wing, this white stripe. This dark area is the shadow inside the cup of the wing. This angel is right there and it's bowing like this. Okay, there's one over here that's wing and wing, bowing like that, okay? So take some time. It's easier, it's better if you stare at the center of the picture. Don't try to look right at the angel or right at the wing. Stare more in the center of the picture and let your peripheral vision fill it in, okay? And you will see that there are two angels bowing there, caught on my security camera. Okay? That was one that I have takes years to pull up. We got lucky tonight. All right? So now I've got demons attacking me. I got Satan personally showing up, breaking my ribs, spitting bolts of energy at me. I've got Marian angels up. I've got Nibiru and Nemesis showing up. And now I have angels bowing in front of me. Because I was the one who came out and moved the camera to this position and set it up to get pictures of my sons here. They were going to party all night up till 12 at night or whatever. I came out at 7:30 right after dinner and they're passed out. Why are they passed out? Why are my kids cold stone asleep at 7:30 at night when they had a brand new toy to play with in the garage? This is why. And you see it warping the picture. Okay? This is not Photoshop. This is not whatever you call it. This is real. And you can see the other realm. We're looking into the spiritual realm now, okay? It takes a minute to see it. But if, like I said, it's the shadow, this wing, and they're bowing like this. If you watch closely, you can see the head come up right in the middle right there. And maybe I should give you some better tint to this camera, just in case we're not dark enough. There it captures it a little bit better, I think. Okay? How would you feel if this stuff was happening to you and you went to your doctor and tried to explain and they were like, oh yeah, bullshit. And then I go, no, really, look at my security camera. Oh, I don't have time for your stupid security camera. You're a con artist. You're a charlatan. Boy, I've heard it all my life, dude. And here I have the best evidence, the most beautiful evidence. Isn't this beautiful? Angels over children. I mean, why would you not want to see a beautiful image like this? It really hurts my feelings when people won't take 5 minutes to see something beautiful. And thank you, folks, for your time. You're the ones who are saving my life right now. That's why I call you the elite, because you are. I'm going to keep saying that until you guys get it. Okay? So we got angels bowing. We got Mary showing up. The anointing ceremony. God shows me the Nibiru and Nemesis, and then all this stuff starts happening to me. Demons attacking me, angels showing up, no one believing me, no one even bothering to take 5 minutes to look at something. It gets crazy from there. I end up going to jail, mental institutions, all because loved ones wouldn't take 5 minutes to look at a beautiful image. So much damage was spiritually done to me, and I have fought this whole time to keep my family together. I'm a single father. My wife walked out on me because of this activity. Yeah, she divorced me. You sure you want to divorce me? Do you know what you're doing? Yeah, imagine that, dude. I've been going through everything all at once, all the time, like fully automatic. Okay, so isn't that a beautiful image? You guys want to look at that some more while I pull up something else on the smaller one? Oh, I can move the mouse now. That can just float in the background. I hope you saw it. I hope you enjoyed it. It takes a while to see it. It took to compress all these images and put this all together and get it to where you guys can actually see it. And I can see it pretty good. Hopefully it's showing up on my screen pretty well. So if you're having trouble seeing it, maybe you're just not focusing or paying attention or something. Or you could be a non-believer. So back to where I was, though. We got more important business to go do. Okay, camera's got to drop for a second as we readjust. I will find ways of getting this, no matter how funky my system is. I gotta do it for you guys. This is not to impress you guys, okay? This is to inform you guys. This event here happened on Easter of 2020, okay? It says, when you see these signs come to pass, look up. You'll see him coming in the clouds with power and great glory. Well, this sure looks like Jesus coming in the clouds with power and great glory. I mean, it wasn't the Hollywood design that you were all brainwashed into believing, or how it was going to happen, or what some preacher taught you in church or whatever. No, it didn't happen that way. It happened this way, and I captured it, and I'm bringing it to you guys. Hopefully you can take some time, tilt your head to the right. You'll see his nose, his eyes, his hair flowing back. I mean, it's crystal clear. Wrap your heads around this, folks. This is real. This happened on Easter, not on 4th of July. It wasn't on Martin Luther King Day. It wasn't on, Earth Day. It was on Easter. Wrap your heads around, okay? I have to. Maybe it's time you guys should. If you want to know what's gonna happen and what to expect, don't watch the news. Open up the Bible. It'll tell you what to expect next. And I'll tell you what to expect next. You're not gonna like it. There's meteor showers coming. It's gonna be very scary for some people. You're gonna need this. You take this and share this with your family and friends, because shit is about to hit the fan. Somebody's going to lose their mind, okay? You're going to need this image to hold on to as hope, okay? I am trying to bring you guys some hope, despite all this bad news I have to bring. It's not easy. It's very taxing mentally, physically, and spiritually. You've seen the demon attacks that I go through. The demon attacks have manifested in the physical realm. It's no longer just a spiritual beating up. I physically get attacked. And you know what? I'm tough. I like it. I like it. I had a multi-prong attack today, dude. Big one. It's in surgery from it, so I'll get this. Here. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little metaphor. because that's kind of the only way I can describe what. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Come on, back to life. There it goes. Whew. All right, maybe we'll just leave it here. Oh, no. There was one last thing I had to do, because I have a full video on this, and it's called Christmas Gift. And it is a Christmas gift. It's not just the title. This video and this are a gift to you from me. This is a gift to you from me, okay? What I need to explain here too, these images only happen when I'm in excruciating pain holding up a camera, okay? It's hard to, you hold your arm straight up for more than 10 minutes. Hold a camera straight out for 10 minutes. I dare you. This event took an hour, okay? My heart was racing so fast. It hurt so bad, I practically died to bring this to you. Hope you appreciate my pain. Howdy folks, welcome back. There's a lot of activity going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images, and that this event, is taking place here, because there's more that happens here. Okay, so starting here, we're going to go forward a little bit here through a lot of these images, all the way to right about here, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book, just from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus's face and the lion face. Now this happened in the clouds, and it was so big and in your face you couldn't see it. It wasn't until I took these images and zoomed out and compressed them. You didn't zoom in. They're too big in your face. You have to zoom out to see these. And these images that you're looking at have all been compressed, each frame, and then put into a flip book. And you can clearly see Jesus' face here with his crown hovering over his head, turning into that weird little lion face or whatever right there. Okay? And this happened back around Easter of 2020. So with Christmas right around the corner, I think, I just wanted to bring some hope to you folks and show, it's really real. It's really happening. And, you guys can look up into the clouds and take pictures just like I do and possibly capture something like this. So, okay. So here's Jesus in the clouds to bring you guys some hope. There's okay. A little gift on that stuff right now. As a little gift to you or whatever. Back and revisit. Okay, as a little gift to you guys. Take this link. I'll put it in the description. You can come over to my channel and look up Christmas Gift and give it to your family as a gift, a little bit of hope in a time that's so trying and so hard and so difficult for everybody. So that's it for tonight. I gotta go, folks. I love you all, and until my next video, bye.